It's Erin, Lizzie, and Hallie. Steve Jobs once said that the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who actually do. Many people think that the voice of just one person is not loud enough to actually make a difference. But why? Like Jobs said, it only takes one person to make a difference. Like Malala Yousafzai, Audrey Hepburn, or just an ordinary person. Take Malala, for example. Living in the Swat Valley of Pakistan, Malala became an activist for women's education. Once a great neighborhood, the Taliban took control and changed the country forever. She attended a school founded by her father and challenged the Taliban's beliefs of not educating women. She said, "How dare the Taliban take away my right to education?" Malala started blogging about living under the Taliban's threats to deny her a basic right. She started off blogging under an alias, Gulma Kai, but was soon revealed as the BBC blogger. Even though the world knew it was her, she continued to speak out about the rights of all women, despite the death threats coming from the Taliban. In 2012, events took a turn for the worst. On her way home from school, an armed gunman boarded her bus and fired at Malala. The bullet hit the left side of her head, traveled down her neck, and hurt two other young girls in the process. To save her life, she was taken to the hospital in Birmingham, England. She had multiple complicated surgeries and eventually pulled through. This resulted in shots heard all around the world, and millions of people showed their support for her. After being awarded many different prestigious awards like the Nobel Peace Prize, she has continued to change the world. July 12th is now known as International Malala Day, and in 2015 she opened a school for Syrian refugee girls in Lebanon, declaring that money should be spent on books instead of bullets. She said the shocking truth is that world leaders have the money to fund primary and secondary education around the world, but they're choosing to spend it on other things like military budgets. In fact, if the whole world stopped spending money on the military for just 8 days, we could have the $39 billion still needed to provide 12 years of free, quality education to every child on the planet. Malala has been making shockwaves all around the world, even though she's only one person. Just one person defied the Taliban, and one person managed to change the world. Another remarkable woman who changed the world in multiple different ways is Audrey Hepburn. While paving the way for many other female actresses, she was also helping millions of people all over the world. She became an ambassador for UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. In 1988, she visited a children's camp in Ethiopia, stating, "I have a broken heart. I feel desperate. I can't stand that idea that 2 million people are in imminent danger of starving to death, and many of them are children." Throughout her years, she helped out with the polio vaccine in Turkey, helped Venezuelan women, got children off the streets in Ecuador, provided clean drinking water in Guatemala and Honduras, built schools in Bangladesh, and started hundreds of other projects. Because of her tireless work and compassionate heart, millions of people are able to live normal lives, all thanks to Audrey. Even during her final years, while struck with colon cancer, she was still making a difference. She traveled to Somalia, Kenya, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, France, and the United States to promote UNICEF's mission, and inspiring others to make a difference. Changing the world and making a difference doesn't have to mean changing the whole world. Sometimes just one person can change the world of one other person. You can change the lives of people around you. When measured up against the vastness of the world, it doesn't seem like much. But to the person whose life you have touched, even the smallest gesture can make their day. Not only can you make a difference, you've probably had a far greater impact on way more people than you even realize. Smiling is one of the biggest ways to make a difference in someone's life. Every single one of us has woke up on the wrong side of the bed and assumed that the rest of the day will follow suit. Then you exchange a smile with a stranger and your day is automatically better. Even smiling to yourself can impact your day and change your own world. Smiles don't cost anything, yet they add significant value to everyone involved. Now, you may come across someone that's playing the devil's advocate and claims that one person can't make a difference by themselves. They think that the best leaders see success as a group endeavor. They call out the best in their folks so that the entire team or enterprise can take part in creating success. They carve the path together, but what's even more important is they ask for help and accept it along the way. Good leaders know that they can't do it themselves, and that even the strongest person needs support. So whether you're fighting for women's education, an ambassador for UNICEF, or just brightening one person's day, it is inevitable that one person can make a difference. After all, according to Steve Jobs, only the ones who are crazy enough to want to change the world do.